So
Doubling chant
doubling
table.
chant came around.
Yes.
Another Titanic card.
Wow, this pack sucks.
Yeah, I'm just going to take it. I like that card. I'm going to hide it.
There's a bear and a warpath. Cool.
Let's see what drop needs more. We have great 3 drops. We have only 1 creature 2 drops, so we'll take the bear.
Sure.
We have no zombie support. Didn't end up with the Cemetery Reaper or the
Call to the Grave.
So,
unfortunately.
or like an adaptive automaton, something like that. Well, it wouldn't be bad. We have a decent amount of zombies. Okay.
Pride Guardian's good, but we don't even know if we're playing white.
I think it's better to take than any of the other cards, right?
Yeah, Lightning Elemental's bad, Zombie Goliath's bad.
Just cut this Master Thief out of the pack, I guess.
Sure. If we open Druidic Satchel...
Some blue guy's going to be like, oh, my sideboard card, why didn't it wheel?
Darn.
I had the Doubling Chant because it's not a draft card. Well, there could conceivably be a draft deck that plays Doubling Chant, but I don't know what it is.
No.
Bloodseeker. Okay.
Hey, he's playable.
Yeah, I like that. And Mighty Leap, okay.
It's not a great pump spell.
Go ahead and hide that. Hide this Pride Guardian.
Alright.
So a bit light on playables, but we've got a whole another pack out of us.
I think what this deck wants is a Solemn Simulacrum.
I think that'd be pretty good. I think what we want is like Gideon, and then we'll just forget about the Fireball and be like, yep, good stuff.
Bigger bomb.
Yeah. Or we could just open some terrible rare.
We already opened 2 terrible rares.
Were they that terrible?
What we got? Redirect?
Redirect, and what was the other one? I forget what it was.
I remember it was stupid.
Oh, Doubling Chant.
Right.
Oh, there's a nice white...
That's a big bomb. Okay.
A white bomby creature, right?
Yeah. Cool.
What are the other options? Pacifism. I'd rather take it to bomby
Spirit Mantle.
double white card than the...
Stave Off is good.
Stormblood Berserker. Look, you could do black-green, splash a little red for Berserker Fireball.
We're taking the Archon of Justice.
Wouldn't be terrible. What requires more than 1 black? Soren's Thirst and Singer Vampire. Yeah, what if we did green-white splash red? Then we lose the Singer, we lose the Doomblade. No, that doesn't work. Okay. So sad. Yeah, this guy's just a beating. But he's double white. It just doesn't seem to work, does it?
We can make it work.
We have the technology. We can rebuild it. Alright, this draft is just turning into a color mess. But that's fine. There's another ramping growth. That's probably what we need at this point, right?
Yes. I'd like more Sacred Wolves and more Troll Hides, but this deck is a color mess, as you said.
Visions of Beyond, huh? No, I think the rampant growth is just going to be what's happening here. No matter what color combo this is, it's going to need like at least 3 fixers. Although I wouldn't mind a Ring Flash. I think something might table out of that pack. That one looked pretty strong.
Tutor.
Crown. Wow, this pack's quite strong too. Oh man, if we just gone down the red path, we could have had Minotaurs and Stormblood Berserker. And
been so happy. Good.
I think the Crown's probably the pick here.
Yeah, I like Tutor and all, but
what does Tutor hit?
Tutor's hit the Singer, the Archon, the Fireball.
Fireball. Tutor for Fireball is quite good. No, I think the Crown will just do good things. I don't want a double black spell in here.
Mm-hmm.
Any more than I can avoid. Another Aether Adept. What? Well, this just seems like not very good.
No.
Stampeding Rhino, I guess?
Yeah, Drifting Shade cannot get very big in this deck.
Doesn't splash.
Sentinel or Mancer Demystify. They're just mediocre.
Yeah.
In this deck, at least.
Stampeding Rhino is not.
Stampeding Rhino's pretty good.
He's okay. I mean, we have Elves and a bunch of rampant growth, so he'll probably show up a little earlier than they
Jade Mage.
Consume Spirit. Another rampant growth.
Jade Mage.
Yeah, Jade Mage.
I love that
all
card.
the way, Jade Mage. Alright, so this deck's now making me happy.
Well, yeah, it's black-green, your favorite colors, with a Jade Mage.
And a Fireball.
Which is like your favorite card.
I love Jade Mage. She's pretty ugly, but, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I just like her. She does good things.
It's so undercosted. Or no, it's not undercosted. Just you can activate it a bazillion times.
Yeah. No, 2-1 for 1 is pretty reasonably costed. Alright. Well. Yeah, she looks angry and manly in the face area. Yeah.
Outcasts.
Vampire outcasts. Double black. Eh.
That is awkward.
It is awkward. There's another rampant growth too. Get the full boat. Or there's just a mind rot.
I like to pick up a mind rot and a naturalized and an outcast, but
I don't know if the outcast would really make the deck. Although there's no 4-drop other side from Gravedigger.
why wouldn't they make the deck? They're awesome.
Because you can't play like double color symbols of 4 different colors. That just doesn't help. That's just not something you do. Although I think 3 rampant growths is the right number, and I would probably want
A mind rot
the-
more than a
the
naturalized.
cutthroats more than, or the outcast more than the mind rot, right? Yeah, we'll just take them and see how this works out. It might end up we'll cut one of these. Is that another Llanowar Elf?
Yay!
Right, Devouring Swarm, Elite Vanguard. Yeah, okay, sure.
Cool.
Alright.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of weak. I guess Bloodseeker, maybe?
we wouldn't play 2. Well, we wouldn't play anything in this pack.
Yeah,
I guess we
nothing
could.
seems like it would make it. Let's take Bloodseeker, I guess.
Probably right. I don't
That was,
even
that
know.
was a pretty weak pack, is what that was.
Second Pride Guardian, Glade Cover Scout.
Archon of Justice, eh?
Yeah,
I think my gut's telling me to just cut white and run with this thing, you know?
but Archon's
But
awesome.
Archon is pretty awesome, yeah. Although his abilities don't really synergize particularly well, you know. He's a good beater or, you know, he's a nice trade-off.
Mhm.
But he's not something that, like, has 2... Drifting Shade, I guess, or Basilisk is probably like green 5-drops seem like they would be pretty good in this deck.
I guess.
Yeah, I'll just take him. But yeah, his abilities just don't seem like they would go well together. Like the 2 abilities on Timely Reinforcements are, you know, just what you want. If you're behind,
Yeah. You want field presence
you
and
want
life.
and field presence, right? Or Trollhide, if you want, you know, a big creature and regenerate. That's cool, you know, especially since it's an enchantment. But you know, win condition / something that's a bonus if they kill it. It's like, oh, okay,
It's still awesome.
It's still good. But
It can LD people too. I didn't know that until yesterday.
yeah, that it exiles turn
Yeah.
permanent.
It cut a guy off.
You can kill your own stuff with it too, but it exiles,
Nice.
so you don't generally get the benefit.
Another Sacred Wolf. Cool.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So,
Plummet Naturalize.
I definitely want the plummet. I
Yeah.
think. So I didn't actually get any spiders, which is weird.
Yeah.
Just-
Did we even see a spider?
No, I don't think there was a spider. I don't think I even saw a giant spider at any point in this draft. Somebody's got a 6 spider deck out there. I can feel it. Another.
We
Autumn
wouldn't
Veil.
play 2 Autumn's Veil.
What do you want me to?
Take an Aura Bouncer. What do we have for auras? Double Arachnus Web and a Trollhide?
Sure, whatever.
Yay.
It's not very good.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, look, SpongeBob's in the draft.
SpongeBob has joined the event. I hate you, SpongeBob. I'm gonna take you down. All right. I'll cut a hellhound out of this mess. I think Ambit Cutthroat deserves better than that, but whatever. You can join the other cards in our pile of stuff. You can be where you belong. Welcome home.
Yay.
All right. So that's this mess. I guess it's not a terrible mess, but
No, we have a lot of good creatures.
I've seen decks that came out better than this. Is what I'm trying to say. It's not a terrible mess. It's just not like
a good mess.
it feels like I did a lot of things wrong in this draft.
Well, Crown
The Crown
goes in.
definitely goes in. Yeah, Acidic Slime, sure. Stay beating right now. Trollhide, Sacred Wolf, the Webs. I guess the Companion, the Rampant Growths. Probably all 3 of them. Jade Mage, the 2 Llanowars.
Okay.
Alright, so,
That's a pretty nice curve, actually.
yeah, if we were to play mono green, this deck would be just what we wanted. Okay, so things under consideration here. Sacred Wolf again, probably Overworking Crocodile.
I like main decking a Plummet.
I don't know that I want to do that exactly, but maybe.
Well, in the options.
We've got the Singer, the Outcasts,
The Gravedigger.
Gravedigger.
Doomblade and
Soren's
Thirst.
Doomblade and Soren's Thirst, right.
Good stuff.
Then out of the white, we have Stave Off, Gideon's Lawkeeper, Timely Reinforcements, Archon of Justice.
We have 7 slots.
Right.
Or no, we have 9 slots.
Well, it depends on how many land we play in this. If it ends up like a ton of colors, it's not going to have that many spots. Alright, so let's try it out as like a straight up green-black deck with Fireball.
Okay. Sure.
Because that'll make it fairly easy to figure. Then what's a little light? The 4-drop, but we don't really have a cure for that. Although we seem to, in that case, we would only need 2 Rampant Growths. We'd probably put in the Basilisk, and I guess
A second Wolf is
a
okay.
Sacred Wolf, and then maybe
A Warpath Ghoul and a Bloodseeker.
I think I would play a Croc over a Warpath Ghoul.
That's respectable.
This is also a little light on tricks. The Titanic Growth seems like it might get in there.
I'd rather play Plummet than Titanic Growth.
Just count on everyone having a flyer. Most people do have a flyer.
Yeah, and we don't have many flyers.
What does that do to that thing?
Well, we can't trade our flyers.
We can't defend
Like, we
against
have
flyers.
to draw a removal if they have flyers.
Yeah. So put in the Plummet and maybe... What do we want? A 2-drop creature or a 3? Probably a 3-drop creature. Maybe the Croc, get all bloodthirsty.
Croc's okay, I guess.
So this is what that deck would look like. That's not terrible.
No.
That's fine.
So let's see what the white would look like.
Right, so we cut out you, cut out the black. Cut that, cut that, cut that. Okay, that's pretty much back to the way it was. So with Archon, Reinforcements, Lawkeeper, Stave Off. Cost sort that.
Or
Oh, it was cost sorted. So that's puts us at 17. I guess we would. I guess
The Fireball.
green white with the Fireball. The Fireball goes in pretty much no matter what happens here. And then we put in, I guess, these 3 green dudes.
21 Plummet, I guess.
What if we just splashed in like 2 black cards? What if we just put in Doomblade and Gravedigger? And then
I'd rather put in Doomblade and Sanger Vampire, even though it's double black.
so you'd play triple. We play double color symbols in 3 different colors.
And 4th color.
Yeah,
But Sanger
and a
Vampire
4th color.
Sanger
That
Vampire is
seems-
so
that
good,
seems
though.
Not like something I would want to consider here. I think the black is too good to give up. I mean, Singer is almost as good as Archon. You know, he has the same body. Just if they remove it, you don't get that little bonus. And then Timely Reinforcements is quite good, but I don't like it more than, Vampire Outcasts. And Gideon's Lawkeeper and Doomblade, I like Doomblade a little better. So I think just do black-green with the Fireball. And keep the colors relatively consistent.
Sure. It sucks we can't play the Archon, but it's alright.
And then the side deck can always mix that up a bit, but
Because this deck is pretty solid. Do you want the Plummet or the Rampant Growth?
the 3rd Rampant Growth.
I'd like a Plummet, personally.
I like 2 Elves, 2 Rampant Growth. That seems like plenty. And then put in the Plummet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Plummet more than Battle Trick.
More than Titanic Growth.
Yeah.
Titanic Growth is pretty good with lifelink.
It is.
And if you let Sanger Vampire kill a guy, he gets a counter.
His power is so
And
irrelevant
we have
most of the
a
time.
couple Tramplers.
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen Sanger Vampire's effect go off in M12.
Really?
I don't think I've ever seen it go off.
I've seen it happen once. But, yeah.
1-11-5.
That's not right.
No, that's far too many forests.
The question is if you want to do 6-10. There's Soren's Thirst, but you need to hit that first forest to get the elves going. But I think
We can go 9 and 7 with
I
that.
think 9 would get you there. 9-7-1.
If they have a 6 climb, we cry a little
Honestly,
bit.
you really don't need double green until you hit the 5-drop, aside from the 1 Garruk's Companion.
Yeah.